So now that I've sold you on the exciting opportunities for you and your business on Pinterest, I want to teach you my 5-step system for creating powerful pins. And believe it or not all pins are created equal. There are some very right ways and some very wrong ways to create and categorize and showcase your pins. So the first thing I want to talk about is proper captions. And Pinterest works in a lot of ways very similar to how you could expect a search engine or something like Google to work. You have to be thinking of broad keywords and different concepts and categories that you want your pins to fall under, because the words that you're using in your captions are what are going to allow your pins to turn up for search results when people typing in things in that top left-hand corner on the Pinterest homepage. So you want to use broad keywords, and you can also use hashtags, that little check mark you see by some words. Now, you don't have to use a hashtag to make that keyword work, but a lot of times if you're maybe using a fluid sentence and you don't want to stick a random word in there, you can use that hashtag, and most people will understand why that's there and they won't be confused by it. But it's very important to think about broad keywords that a lot of people could be searching for, not just very, very specific things, because although the people that may find your pin searching for something very specific, there's a better chance they are looking exactly for what you are, but you're not going to have that chance to really get that general exposure that you want to get from Pinterest. So a lot of times I recommend, say if you're selling a very particular home decor item, like I'm going to use myself as an example because it's the first thing that pops into my mind, but like I sell pillows. I will still on a lot of my pins use keywords like home decor, accent pieces, living rooms, things that I know people are searching for so that they can see my specific pin as it fits into a broader category so that I can appear for more search results. So being very intentional about how you are captioning your products and your pins and the different categories that you want to appear in as a search result. And in addition to using those keywords and those hashtags, you want to create captions with call to actions. And what I mean by this is a proper caption encourages people to click through and preview what's on the other side. And a great way to do that is to use particular words like click this pin to check out this great blog with lots of fashion tips. And that last little part I consider previewing the benefit. So you want to tell them what to do and why they should do it. What to do, why to do it. That's all you need to know about call to actions, a very general marketing term. So after you've kind of added in your keywords, start thinking about how you can phrase that caption to encourage them to click through to learn more, or click here to get this, special offer. Click here to find the best source of recipes for crock pots. I mean, just really kind of think about what you can do to add into your caption to not only, use those search results and those keywords, but get people to click through to your site. Because that's really one of the main reasons we're here on Pinterest, isn't it? Not just the exposure, but the traffic. So a great way to really get that result is just to tell people to do it. I tell my clients this all the time. They never believe me, but call to actions are one of the most powerful things you can do within your marketing, is to simply tell people what to do. People don't want to think. So in your caption, tell them to click through and tell them why. What are they going to get when they come to your site? What value do you have to offer there? And if you can put that in a caption and pair that up with some great keywords, you are set. Now, the second thing for powerful pins is to edit your links. And I've shown you this in a previous tutorial in the first module, but it is very important that, especially if you are uploading your images, maybe from your own files and it's not linking to a website, to go in and add a link to your site or add a link to where it was sourced from. Maybe it's an image that you didn't particularly take, so you can't just, there's those copywriting rules you want to be mindful of. So if you are going to edit it and send it directly to your blog or to your website, make sure on there you do have some way to credit the original source. But don't have dead pins. Don't have pins that don't link anywhere. Don't have pins that drop people off on your homepage when you're trying to send them to a specific product page. Go in there and make sure that wherever you're linking to, it's where you can provide the best value and that is going to best serve the visitor so that they have an overall great experience and are very easily positioned to buy from you. If you're showing them a great product of a particular thing on your website, take them to that direct product page. Even if you pinned it from somewhere on your blog, if it is your original content, it's fine. You can choose where it directs to. You can freely manipulate, even if you pinned it off of an outside source, but it is your content, you have the original copyright to that, so you can choose if you want it to link to somewhere in particular. Adding prices. Now this is a very, very cool thing to do, and this is how you can get your pins actually added into the gift section on the main homepage of Pinterest. And it is so easy that I cracked up when I tried to figure out how to do this because I thought it was going to be some hard, intricate coding type of thing. All you have to do is actually write the price in your pin, in the caption of the pin, and a little banner will automatically pop up in the left-hand corner of your product. It is so easy. It is so simple. I do have to warn you, as you will probably learn while you're using Pinterest, it's still a little buggy. And what I mean by that is sometimes stuff doesn't work perfectly. You can tell it's a very new emerging platform, so you just have to be patient. I've noticed as I've uploaded some of my prices, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it works for a little bit and then it stops. But in general, we can expect to see huge improvements as Pinterest grows and develops. But always, if you are selling a particular product at a particular price or a service, or you're promoting something that has a price attached to it, add that price in the caption so that it can be within your product. And use video. Video is still highly underutilized on Pinterest, and if you're familiar in the online space at all, video is so powerful, so incredibly powerful online right now. It's really the hottest way to market pretty much anything. So if you have a particular idea, or if you're comfortable, or if you can get yourself to be comfortable with using video, uploading video onto Pinterest is just as easy as uploading any other type of pin, and it's very, very powerful. Like I said, I don't know how to properly explain it to you, but if you already have a video component to your business or your services, get that stuff up on Pinterest fast. And if you can motivate yourself to start creating video, my businesses are living proof that video can create incredible exposure and opportunities for your business. And Pinterest, great platform for video too, and I really believe that it's just going to become more and more popular as video becomes more and more popular. And just as we talked about being on Pinterest in the beginning is important as an innovator and as an industry leader, using video on Pinterest, very, very powerful. Combining those two things, just a great position to really put your company in. And creating original content, kind of the most important takeaway that doesn't have to do with formatting your pins. If you have content that is original and your pin is something that is not just being reproduced elsewhere, you have a powerful pin. I mean, that really information, that is the power of Pinterest, inspiration. And if you are the one that is creating and curating that content, you've got a lot of power behind just your overall, all of your boards and your brand, because it shows that you are not just circulating, but you are actually creating the content that everyone else is then storing and collecting and feeding off of. So my most powerful tip is to create original content and then work backwards and out of these little tips and tricks, and you have a fantastic 5-step system for powerful pins.